We had a lot of great questions come in this week, and we want to answer as many as we can. So we're putting Pastor Brandon Doss in the hot seat. He's going to answer a lot of questions in a short amount of time, so let's go to the hot seat. All right, Brandon, here's the first question. Will we be married in heaven?
According to the Bible, we will not be married in heaven. Jesus says in Matthew chapter 22, we will not be given or receiving in marriage. So that's unfortunate for those of us that love our wives, but no.
Some disappointed people and maybe some excited people. I don't know how we look at that one. Okay, second one is this. Is it okay with God to be cremated?
I would say yes. Some of you are probably worried about that too. The Bible says in Genesis 3:19 that from the dust we came and to the dust we will return. Okay. So I think when God comes back and settles all this stuff, that He can work all that out.
I'm afraid of fire. Jen wants to be cremated, so let's don't
me
tell.
Too. I don't want to, just in case I might wake back up.
Leave me in the box. All right. Now here's one that I hope is true. Please tell me yes. Do animals go to heaven?
The Bible doesn't say. We know this, that we were created in the image of God, which means we were given souls.
Right.
Animals don't have a soul, so chances are probably not. Our animals are not going to heaven. Good news is there will be animals in heaven. The Bible tells us that. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be ours.
I believe Charlie will be in heaven. All right, here's a kind of a especially here in the South. What does the Bible say about drinking alcohol? Should we, shouldn't we? Is it a sin?
The Bible doesn't call it a sin. The Bible actually says really what we call drinking alcohol is sin. The Bible says it's gluttony. So that's not just in alcohol, but that's in food that we eat and lots of things that we do if we overindulge. A good reference for that is Romans chapter 14. The Bible says if it causes someone to stumble, no matter what it is, if it's drinking alcohol or eating pork or whatever that might be, if it causes someone to stumble, don't do it. So the Bible gives us freedom there, and I would use wisdom and discipline and go according to Romans chapter 14.
All right, so don't be a stumbling block for people. Be the best representation of Christ.
That's right.
All right, here's another tough cultural question. Can I cuss? Are there some words of sin, some words not? What should I say? What shouldn't I say?
Ephesians 4:29, the Bible tells us, let no unwholesome talk come out of your mouth. So I would say not only is that cussing, but probably a lot of just the attitude in which we talk to people. We should probably check that when we speak.
All right, how about this one? Is gambling wrong? Is it a sin? Should I gamble or should I not?
The Bible doesn't actually forbid gambling, but it does tell us, it does warn us against the love of money. It does that in 2 Timothy, I believe, in Hebrews chapter 13. It warns us against the love of money. It also tells us in Proverbs, it warns us against get-rich-quick schemes. And I think we could all agree that that's probably what gambling is. So
all right.
It doesn't forbid it, but I would say that we probably should use some wisdom in that area also.
Perfect. All right, what about tattoos?
Tattoos. The Bible says in Leviticus 19:28 tells us not to tattoo our bodies or markings of the dead. And a lot of people would like to say that that's what the Bible's saying when we should never do that. It's a sin. What's actually talking about there is people that were putting marks for other gods, and they were worshiping other idols and things like that, worshiping the dead when they would do that. So the Bible actually doesn't forbid tattooing. I would say if you're underage, if you're living in your parents' home and they say no, then it's a no, emphatically, because we're to honor our parents. And then I would definitely make sure if I am going to tattoo something that I would like it when I'm 70, because it's going to be there forever.
Be there forever. That's all the time we have for the hot seat. Now we'll let Pastor Brandon off the hook.